All right, we'll just do it this way. So first and foremost, guys, we've got the cavalry here. We've got ye old guard protecting and holding it down. And were it not for us today, nobody else would have been in the room to witness exactly what just happened.
That's right.
And what just happened today was finally a very much needed victory for the people that have been suffering for years, suffering at the serial attacks, targeted harassment by a character very well known as Anthony D'Amato. And the judge, after hearing the nonsense, the excuses, and the non-stop attempts to basically not just prolong, but to dodge justice and accountability.
Tell him what came down this morning where he's supposed to be.
Yes, and basically, we'll get to that, but basically, the courts finally ruled that Anthony D'Amato has violated the criminal protective order. A bench warrant has been issued for his arrest. He has a $500,000 bail set on his name right now.
Increased from $50,000.
Increased from $50,000 rightfully to...
And he lost the $5,000 on the $50,000.
Yes, and he lost the 10% down paid on the $50,000 initial. And it all stems to the fact that he, for the better part of a year, has been serially harassing people. Not only the two victims from which the original criminal charges stem from, but anybody else that dares speak out about him. And for the first time, we're seeing the criminal courts finally hold this guy accountable. No more dodging, no more diverting, no more lying being accepted. And guess what happened today in court? So first of all, a bunch of nonsense. Spindell shows up late because, of course, he shows up at 9:30. The court hears a few other matters that are much speedier, and then...
But you're on time.
I was on time. I was there at the crack of dawn because I wanted to see exactly who was coming and who was not. And you know who didn't show up to court today? And he was supposed to be ordered, and he was ordered to appear, by the way, not on a 977A substitution, but he was supposed to physically appear in person by his lawyer as well. So he personally had to be there. Anthony D'Amato had to be there, and he was not. And the judge held that in very strong consideration as he disobeyed a clear order to not appear today. He chose not to show up today, and he tried to litigate a matter by saying, well, we can't litigate because he's not here. But that's not a valid excuse. If you want to have that legal argument, you show up to court, and there you hold the argument. But it doesn't end there.
Not fake a medical situation.
He faked a medical situation again. Maybe. That was the point that his lawyer, Spindell, was trying to say, that, well, he's in the ER based on a text message.
He has to produce proof
that
he was in the hospital.
That Spindell got from his client, and he has to, and the judge asked, can you produce any proof that he's actually at a hospital, which hospital it is. Spindell said no, and then the judge said, well, can you get a hold of a relative or family member that can verify that he's in a hospital? Spindell shuffled a little bit with his papers and also finally came to the conclusion that actually, no, I'm not in touch with anybody that is related to him, and nobody can produce any sort of proof that he's actually in the ER and what ER he's actually in. So that settled that matter of where he was. And the judge, the best part, and I'm glad she did, she made him read the text messages. She made him read the text messages, and she held Spindell accountable.
He felt comfortable reading.
Yes. She said, what do you feel comfortable reading? And he said, well, I can tell you that my client said he's in the ER and that he does not have access to his phone because they apparently took it away from him at the ER, which is not something that anybody can verify. That's what the text message said.
Not normal.
And that is not normal at all for an ER to take away a patient's phone. It is not normal at all.
Nope.
And even if that was the case, a normal situation would be that you would alert your lawyer, of all people, which hospital you're in, so that they can properly tend to you legally as well, to say you need to let your lawyer know, so if anything does get brought up.
Even a name of a hospital.
Yeah, even just a simple name of a hospital, nothing was provided. None whatsoever. Not even with the timestamp that he was allegedly admitting to the hospital, just that he was in the ER. He didn't say exactly when, he just said he's in the ER. That's all that he said. And that's what transpired there.
There he goes. There goes your boy over there.
Oh, look, we have
Have a nice day, sir.
There's
Justice.
Spindell in the flesh. But not only that, Spindell actually relieved himself of the case. He quit. Spindell actually quit the case. At the very end, the very last thing he said is, I'm asking to be relieved, and the judge said, you're relieved. But let's back up a little bit. Before we had in open court the discussion about the bench warrant being issued in the matter of bail, Spindell first was very adamant that they have a private conversation in chamber before having any sort of discussion in open court. They went behind chambers for a solid 20 minutes. Yes. Like, it was a pretty long time that they were back there discussing whatever the hell that there was discussed. I have no idea.
Closed door session.
A closed door session for something that very clearly should have been an open court matter.
No transparency.
No transparency whatsoever. That 20 minutes, nobody will ever know.
He stayed in there and argued with the judge after the prosecutor came out.
Yes. So after,
we knew that it wasn't going good for him because he's arguing with the judge.
Even after their closed session ended, he stayed in the hallway, still
in her chambers.
Right by her chambers, still in the hallway. Yeah, basically haggling with her and arguing with the judge. Again, still in a closed session matter, but he's in the hallway at this point. The door to her chambers is open. Ethan, the prosecutor, had already left the room and was sitting by the prosecutor's table in the courtroom. And this guy is still arguing with the judge, even despite the 20-minute closed session they had. And so fast forward yet another about 10 minutes of him arguing with the judge in the hallway. Then the judge appeared in front. But that didn't end what Spindell was trying to do. Spindell was trying to get me kicked out of the courtroom. Yes. He was trying to get me, one of the people that had come forward to the prosecutors, stating to the bailiff that I was dangerous to his client and that I was there to physically hurt his client and that I presented a present danger and needed to be removed from the courtroom. That's how shady and disgusting this guy is, despite the fact that I'd actually talked to the prosecution well before. They knew and welcomed my presence there today, and my presence had a very particular point. And I actually talked to the bailiff long before Spindell even showed up to the room. Okay, I was one of the first people in that room when it first happened, and I talked to the bailiff and I told him, I'm here to talk to the prosecutor, Ethan. He can vouch for me. He knows that I'm supposed to be here. I'm here to have a conversation and potentially, if they need me at that point after their deliberation, to make a statement. Okay, and the bailiff was totally fine. I gave him my name. He knew that I was supposed to be there. It was A-okay. There was no issue whatsoever. But this guy haggled the bailiff for another 10-15 minutes, going on about how there's some mass conspiracy of crazy people that are trying to harm this guy's client, which is just untrue. And he would not let the bailiff go. And I talked to the bailiff after the matter was settled and they finished issuing the bench warrant. And the bailiff told me that this guy was just haggling the crap out of him, this guy being Spindell, that he would not let him go, and that he was going on and on about these internet conspiracies, about how all of this grand conspiracy for the entire planet Earth to come together and attack his client and harm him. And so that's what happened in the courtroom. And this guy was making his rounds, trying to tell the prosecutors that I was physically violent and that I was a present danger. And I talked to the prosecutors afterwards, and they were totally fine. And they knew that he would likely try some nonsense like that, and that they welcomed my attendance. And so none of that happened whatsoever. We were not a danger. We had plenty of witnesses to also testify to that fact. And the best witness of all, of course, is Dusty. Dusty made the courtroom today.
Hear that, Dusty? Get up.
Yes, Dusty. So for today, justice prevailed. They issued the warrant. It is right now in the hands of law enforcement. What I suspect, because he tried doing a similar tactic before, what I suspect is he's probably trying to flee. Gave a bogus statement and something that he's done before, and he's trying. My assumption, because I've seen it play out in my court proceedings, is he's trying to flee and avoid accountability. And nobody knows at this point where he's at. And if anybody sees him go on any of his social media, record it and send it over to the prosecutors, because they're actively looking, as well as law enforcement, for whether he's actually in the ER right now. And if he's on social media, that would clearly disprove that he's there. And more specifically, he doesn't have his phone. So he can't be on the internet at all if he doesn't have his phone. He specifically stated in that text message he does not have his phone. So any access to the internet at all whatsoever is undeniable proof that he lied about an open court statement stating that he does not have his phone and that he's in the ER. So
He's going to have to produce
On this day, yeah.
the
Medical papers.
sign-up sheet from the ER.
yes, he is going to have to produce exactly
or
that.
Give the phone number to the judge to call the ER
Who's the attending
to
nurse?
verify
Yep.
that he was actually there and what for.
And she specifically said, I want the date and time.
The judge did specifically say, I want the date and time for his alleged admittance
So,
to the ER.
so that's all the proof.
Because that text was at 7:43 this morning.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll find out more at the end of this.
So right now, any further proceedings are on pause because there is an active arrest warrant for him. And then once they arrest him, they'll
Or
hear,
he walks in.
or he walks in. Then they'll hear the
Surrenders.
issue for the new conditions, which is
Very true.
permanent banning on social media and no internet use whatsoever.
Or lowering him back to $50,000.
Or
The judge left it all open.
that is a
You're
possibility.
not talking to me until
Right.
you show up in this court by one means or another.
She was
Whether
adamant.
arrested
Yep.
or whether you're a walk-in.
She was adamant that he be there physically in person, specifically because of
No
the nature.
excuses.
No excuses, specifically because of the nature of what's
Because of what
transpired.
the previous judge had determined February 28th, earlier this year.
Yes,
Then reinforced again in March.
yes.
So she's not happy with, if this isn't recent knowledge,
Yep.
like you've known for forever, bud.
And they made the prosecutors to their positive. They made that point that we filed this motion at the beginning of the month. You knew that we had filed this motion. Your client knew as well. You had an entire month. This isn't like it dropped on you last minute. So they knew what was supposed to happen and transpire. They knew what was supposed to occur, and they just decided to disregard it in totality.
Unless he was actually sick.
And he
Now,
has to
they
prove
can
that.
produce the proof
Right, he has to
that he
prove
had
that.
reason to be there, and the judge will listen. We're just betting that he won't be able to.
Right.
We
Specifically,
don't really know.
yeah, nobody.
The basis of assumption.
Right
Right.
now, the only one that knows is him.
Yes, correct. Yeah, and he didn't give any other relative names to the lawyer, so he didn't give any contact information about his family members, some
Friends.
friends, cousins. Nothing of the sort was given to his lawyer nor to the court about who else can be contacted to verify his whereabouts. So he has to prove the medical records that he was specifically at that time, not only at the ER, but that he specifically also didn't have his phone because they specifically took it from him. He didn't just say he doesn't have it. He said they specifically took it from him at the ER.
That means he's on a cycle.
That's what he specifically said.
I've been in ERs a lot of times when I could die. They never took my phone.
Yeah.
They didn't take my phone when I was in the ICU.
He specifically said the ER medical staff took his phone. That's what he specifically stated in that text.
5150 them if that's
Yeah.
true.
That's what he specifically
That's
said.
the only
wrap.
time they could do that.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
So,
He's walked himself into. That's why the lawyer quit.
yep, and the lawyer quit. At the end of it all, the lawyer quit. Spindell relieved himself of the case.
case.
Yep. That's exactly it. So, that's it. That's all we have for you guys. So right now, it's in the hands of law.
I saw the handwriting on the wall.
LA City.
Oh yeah.
LA City Council right there. Heidi. Heidi ho ho.
So, and kudos to the prosecution for actually filing the exhibits. They actually attached the exhibits with their motion to remand him, and so it wasn't just a half-assed thing. It was real. I read it. It was real.
Serious.
He had the exhibits on his desk too. I saw the material present on the prosecutor's desk, and they even filed a last-minute additional supplement for additional violations just in the last 24 hours.
Holy moly.
Just in the last 24 hours. So it's not just the 22 that they filed originally, but within the last 24 hours, they filed an additional supplement for more violations. So that's where we're at.
He played a trumper game.
Tell him,
I could do whatever I want. It didn't work.
That's the wrap. Tell him. We got him.
Yep.
They got
Basically.
themselves in a mess.
Yep.
He walked right into the fucking meat grinder.
Completely on the tree. Completely.
So $500,000 bench warrant, $500,000 bail, a bench warrant for his arrest, and no further proceedings
He's
until.
going to be sitting in jail
Yeah.
if he can't pick up $50,000 cash.
And even if he does, he's still ordered to appear, and she still wants verification for what he claimed.
I'm just talking about what's going to happen.
Yeah. He has to cough up minimum of $50K.
He lost 5.
He lost 5. That's gone. That doesn't get counted
He
towards anything.
forfeited.
Yep, it's all forfeited.
Now he's in for another 50.
No, correct. He's in for another 50 grand.
And then the lawyer fees.
And the lawyer fees. That's correct.
So he's in for 75-80 right now.
Right now. Absolutely.
Careful.
So where's the limit? All self-inflicted too.
All absolutely.
He could have shut up and done nothing after the beginning. Wouldn't be in all these fucking messes.
I agree. It's all self-inflicted.
But when you're a cult member, you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
Because Massa said, we be special motherfuckers.
Well, that's a good quote to end it on. Well, we'll end it at that.
See, Massa to them is Miss Creole. Now that L. Ron's dead, you got that idiot Miss Creole.
There's some words of wisdom.
Big boy Tom Cruise, didn't he just get divorced again?
So he was trying to
Didn't
get.
they set up his last
He was
few
trying to get
wives?
married to Anna, whatever, the same lady that was in the I forget, but yeah, they were trying to have her audition like they always do with all of his wives.
They pick another Scientology bitch.
Yeah, Anna DeMars or something like that. I know that's her name, and yeah.
You go off to the planet Zito and fry your dick.
All right, guys, we got some other matters to attend. We're about to serve this bad boy. So we're going to Riverside.
County.
We're going to Riverside right now, serving up this bad boy, and we'll see you over there.
It doesn't turn out to be fun.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
Never know.
Peace out.
Never know.
The sunglasses.